Welcome listeners to my interview with Archie Bower and the unified light heavyweight champion, Kawa Kupa to my left here. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. How have you been today?
Let's just start by saying you're welcome, mate. You are absolutely welcome. Yes, we are here. No, we are not on time, but we do operate on now. So thank you very much, Kawa, for taking this interview for us.
I appreciate it, brother. The bro had to wake me up this morning to get here, so yeah. We late, but we made it.
Well, you're on the champion schedule right now, so, you know, the champion arrives when the champion wants, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so a quick introduction to my guests today. To my left immediately, we have Kawa Kupa from Otatahi Christchurch, also known as the Māori Warrior. And then to Kawa's left, we have Archie Bower, which is Kawa Kupa's manager. So, yeah, thank you very much. I understand, Kawa, you just went on a tour of the North Island to defend us. How did that go?
I can tell you right now, Matty Short, gone. Fabulance, gone. Kian, Jake Sheehan, I'll be seeing you. But right now, Christchurch's name has been tarnished and we're trying to change the narrative.
He's right, and it is no coincidence that we've been merged together here. That is not a coincidence. You've never seen a manager like me, and you've never seen an athlete like him, and they went and put us together. We put us together. By the end of this run, they will be thanking us, and this run won't end.
So that actually leads quite nicely into a question I had is, how long have you two been partnered up together?
Yeah, this has been a very, very brief stint and very effective. It's obvious that this is a working thing. It is obvious that this is a well-oiled machine. I don't think time is really the question you should be asking. I think it's, when is this going to be over? It isn't.
Okay, well, I can get behind that. Let's talk about the relationship a little bit then. So what was it about Kawa Kupa, Archie, that made you think, I have to work with this guy?
Look, it's pretty obvious that he is a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. It is very obvious that I am a gifted master of ceremonies. And you put those two things together, you have money. And it is, the proof's in the pudding. Look at the title sitting on your...
It's hard to argue with, isn't it?
That's right.
So then, same question to Kawa. What about Archie is it that you felt this is somebody that I should be working with, associating with?
You guys need to understand this man can talk like no other. And give him one chance, he's going to go a mile. So that was something that I seen in the character that I'm trying to portray for you guys to understand the story that I'm trying to do. This man can do what I need to do when time comes. When I need him in the ring, he's going to be there. So you guys need to understand that anytime you're in Christchurch, this isn't a game for me. I'm here to take over and I'm here to elevate. It's simple as that. I'm not changing anything.
To put it quite simply, mate, this is exactly what happens when a walking mic drop and the Midas touch hit the handshake with the sweet pop. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's
lightning in a bottle.
I feel like that's a t-shirt we're going to make there is that, I don't know what it is, God and Moses or whatever touching fingers. Maybe that could be a little merch ski of the unified. I'm happy to design it. The unified.
I like that.
Wonderful. So my next question would be a little bit more about your kind of background as a wrestler. So Kawa, how many years have you been an active wrestler for?
So let's break this down a little bit. So since Kawa has been around, it's been 2019. But little did anyone know, I actually started in 2017. So yeah, the little bit of training to get to where I am, and when I got the chance to become Kawa, I grabbed it with both hands and I pretty much did what I did. I am the person I am today because I kept to myself. I never changed. I never wanted to be anyone else. I am myself. And I'm going to continue to do that. And now with the brothers' help, it's just elevating things to different levels that no one's seen before. So we've only been together for a couple of shows, but I can tell you right now, this is done for anyone who is willing to come up against us.
So, Archie, are you considering bringing anybody else into the fold, or are you pretty happy with just Kawa as one of your, is it clients, I guess is the correct word there?
Absolutely. Look, there's nothing stopping us. We're a freight train and an immovable object put together. If anybody wants to jump on this bandwagon, it's going to take a lot. We would have to have that conversation with my light heavyweight champion, Kawa Kupa.
So that's an interesting question. What do you think it would take for somebody to impress you enough to have you notice them a little bit, Archie?
Quite easily, they would have to start with an absolute bang. If they were a rookie, they would have to bring the numbers in that I bring every single promo that I do. They would have to do something that catches his attention, because you put it in nose because he's wearing his shades, but he's only been looking at that. And that's because that's all he's focused on. Anyone that competes against us or wants to get down with us, their focus is right here. They need to watch me, because that's the difference maker. Now, if they do want to touch gold, if they do want to touch sky, then I would advise they come see us. But good luck with that.
I noticed there are a couple of rookies. They are about to debut at the next show, which is on the 24th of May at the Kawa Kupa Club, Frostbite. So if you two are watching and you want to impress these two here, make a name for yourself, kid, I think was what Triple H used to say.
Absolutely.
So then another question for Kawa is, who trained you as a wrestler?
Little does anyone know that someone very close to me that none of you guys may know is the brother Jay Walker. And one of my other trainers is currently one of the biggest machines in this country, Chalky Murdoch. So those two pretty much honed and crafted who I am today, and then gave me the platform to be who I am. Like, if I didn't understand the brashness behind what wrestling is and how to actually hold yourself in a wrestling ring, you're not going to make it. Purely because this is a tough sport. And to be given trainers like that, for me to understand how the sport works, it's going to break you down if you let it.
So then, that's an interesting point of view that I've not heard of a wrestler before. You're saying perhaps the athletic side of things came naturally to you, but the difference maker in getting you where you are today is you're going to have that sense of showmanship and that kind of thing.
100%. You definitely got to have that showmanship, man. Like, on top of showmanship, you've got to have a toughness, man. Like, you know that narrative. You hear people saying, this is fake, man. This is not fake. You jump into a ring, you come into our training dojo and you see what we do. I guarantee you, by the end of the training session, you're going to change your mind.
I can attest to that. I did a couple of sessions at the Unified Dojo, and it's no joke when you hit that mat. It's you feel the next day. What about you, Archie? Have you ever mixed it up in between the ropes there?
Look, without giving away too much, because I am a secret weapon, I will say it is very painful to hit that mat and to take a chair shot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I'd love to share with you, but that's the best I'm going to give you, because we do not reveal our secrets.
I can respect that. So the next question, Kawa, a lot of wrestlers have a special move that they use to put away countless opponents. Would you mind telling my audience what your signature move is?
Currently, my signature move is the uppercut from hell. It's a beautiful move and that I could take advantage of out of nowhere. And if you want to get up from that, then I might just hit you with a spiral tap to get you down.
Is in the AJ Styles spiral tap?
I'm a big fella, but I can move like a cat.
That is incredible.
So understand.
True. Can I just say my personal favourite one is the Ripcord Spine Buster.
Oh, very nice.
That's my personal favourite from yours truly.
There's transitions, but those are the big three that I use to try and get away people. And now, anyone who's going to be watching this, you're going to already get an insight of this, so I'm not going to explain anymore. I don't want to give away all my secrets.
I can respect that. So the next question. We've noticed a kind of, let's say, attitude shift in Kawa Kupa. I've been following Unified for a couple of years now. And when I started watching, I felt like you were, an upstanding kind of, you're a good guy, you follow the rules, you stood up for what was right, but the last couple of shows, we've noticed a slight attitude shift to maybe where you're thinking about yourself a little bit more. And I just wondered if you would like to talk to us about what's caused this shift in mentality for you there.
It's very simple, man. When your name isn't getting thrown around by the higher ups, you start to get frustrated and you start to feel like you're becoming complacent. But you guys got to understand, I've been doing this for a while and I've loved you guys for so much, but there's a time and point where I've just had enough. Yeah. And you guys need to understand that. It's not the fact that I don't like you, it's just the fact that I got to do what I got to do to get the 1, 2, 3.
Well said, Kawa, well said. And look, people do this every single day. Every day they wake up and they make bad decisions. Okay, they make bad decisions to look out for everyone else, to go and scratch their back and not a single itch on theirs. You know what I mean? So it's just a time and a place for good. But now we're really taking that back. We're really taking back all that effort that he's put into everyone else, all the pouring into every single other person out there, and they've all had their empty glasses out. And at some point, he started to run on fumes.
So this is your guys' chance to understand what I'm trying to do, because I didn't get that chance, and now I get that chance to display it with Archie.
That's right. It saves less words for him. Leave that to me, and he's all action.
Sounds like a winning partnership there. So let's go for some, maybe a few lighter questions. Kawa, what is your favourite move to hit opponents with? It doesn't have to be a signature, but maybe you just enjoy hitting people with it.
Just a nice hard strike. Just anything from a chop to a nice forearm to a nice punch.
He's got a great forearm. I've experienced that firsthand.
I'm all about the tough activity that we do. If you're going to measure up to me, you better measure up to me in the strikes as well, because I'm one of the toughest coming out of this country.
Facts.
I love that. It's actually not a question I had written down, but it's something we could talk about now. Is we all know the American style of professional wrestling, very flashy, very amateur wrestling background. There's a lot of microphone work. You've got the Japanese, the strong style with the strikes and the kicks. You've got the lucha libre with the pageantry and the flying, and then you've got the catch style of the sort of Brit rest European. I wondered, how do you feel the New Zealand style of professional wrestling is shaping up? What kind of things are you seeing in professional wrestling in New Zealand?
I see us having our own strong style, so I call it Kiwi strong style. Mm-hmm. It's a similar version to a Japanese strong style. We're not going to back down to no one. We're going to get back up, but we're going to make sure that you see that we're going to get up, and we're going to smile in your face with it.
And it doesn't matter what sport we touch, the Kiwis are always well known. We are always that fear. We pump fear into every opponent in every single sport that we do. Hey, it usually starts with a haka, doesn't it? Well, this is a haka. This is a war dance for us. So Kiwi, strong style, perfect name. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Look at that. Maybe this is where it all starts, the movement. So then conversely, what is the most painful wrestling move to receive, in your opinion?
Actually, this is a good one. You know how I said I like strikes? There's one strike I don't like. Mm-hmm. That's a nice slap to the back. You can't actually prepare for that. You're just going to react and it's going to hurt.
So when somebody slaps you with the open hand on your back.
Yeah, man. You can take so much moves in the whole entire wrestling ring, but you take one slap to the back, bro, I guarantee you're going to change your mind.
Right. And then same question to Archie. What about, you've received your share of knocks and bumps here and there. Which one has been your least favourite to receive so far?
Look, at my short time taking a few strikes here and there, I took a few against Cool Guy Sky. Incredible opponent, not good enough. But of all the strikes I took from him, the worst one was from Kawa when he was lucky enough to slip out of the way.
Sorry,
hey, that's fine, mate. I actually had a crooked jaw anyways. You've really just straightened that up. That's fine. But yeah, I would say hands down that was probably the hardest one, and it should be, because if they are quick enough to get out of the way and I do get hit, I would hope that he is coming, just in case they don't move in time. So yeah, I'm willing to take that 9 times out of 10.
Got you, bro.
And I would hope that we never miss again, though.
That would be the preferred option. Yeah, but
We're definitely touching that.
it's good to know that you're willing to lay your body on the line for your partner here. So that's fantastic to know. So Kawa, and you've been active for about 7 years, I think you said, right? What has been your favourite match you've ever participated in?
There's actually been a lot, but couple matches in. I had 3-way tag hardcore match.
Right.
It was an absolute destruction match. Like, I was only 3 matches in, I'm getting whacked with chairs, I'm getting whacked with keyboards, I'm getting whacked with ladders.
You said keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I got whacked with a keyboard, and when I seen it after the match, there was keyboard letters on my back. Like,
Wow.
yeah, it's one of the craziest things, but like, that's the type of thing that I got chucked straight into the deep end with, like straight into a hardcore match. That's the type of stuff that we had to measure up to.
Yeah.
So that comes back to the stuff today. This is what these trainees that need to understand, is that we're not here to try and be another person. We're here to try and elevate and get out of here. But we're also here to try and help provide a platform for you guys so we can do this on a regular basis.
All right. So then, maybe it's the same answer, but what is the most difficult match you've ever participated in?
I'm not going to go too much into detail of this one, but brother, it's a brother versus brother match.
I was there for that one.
Yeah.
You look like you really left that all on the ring there, so I can understand. Why that was a difficult match for you. So then, I'm going to turn my attention to Archie for a second. Who is your dream opponent for Kawa to face while he's under your management?
Unified?
Let's say first Unified. Who would you like to, maybe they could come after the title, or who do you think would make a good match with Kawa?
Look, anyone that steps in the ring with Kawa is going to be shown around. They're going to be led the way. He is a great
sort of thing or two.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what you do or what you bring. I just hope you bring your A game, because we're going to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm more inclined to say someone new. I would like to see him take on some of these new ones coming through. I know that there's a few really athletic up-and-comers and some guys that have really started with a bang, which is what we are asking for. Should I say? Yeah, Meditech. I would say Meditech. I think what that punk's doing is not my flavour, but it seems to be the flavour of the crowd, and we have a really, really, really good time shutting them up.
Okay, so then if we're looking at a worldwide scale of any active wrestler today, Kawa, who would you like to lock it up with anywhere in the world? If we could make a dream match happen, who would you like to wrestle?
Bro, I'd love to wrestle. He's in the country. He's currently injured, and I'd love to step in the ring with him. Cross paths, not in the ring, but backstage in the locker room. And if there is ever a chance you want to come back and have a tussle, bro, and I'll be seeing you, Hinari.
Okay. He is currently in the United Empire over in New Japan?
Yeah.
Right.
I've got so much love and respect for the bro. He's pretty much carved the way for us Māori, Polynesian people over in Japan.
Yeah.
He has pretty much done it, and yeah, that is someone I definitely want to get on my list.
Yeah.
I personally would love to see Kawa go up against Jacob Fatu. And that's just for the wider wrestling fans.
Jacob Fatu is the newest member of the Bloodline, am I right?
He's one of the newest members of the Bloodline,
okay.
yeah, but he's going on an absolute tear. He's a real life gangster, and he likes to dog walk people, and we would pay to see that. But that's just for the wider wrestling fans out there. If they needed someone to hold on to picture him going up against, absolutely Jacob Fatu, and we are definitely with it. We are definitely with it. We like that, and we would definitely want that smoke.
So that's actually quite a good question. I know you guys are not Samoan. Actually, you're Māori as well?
I am Māori, yeah.
So it must be kind of cool to see the bloodline rise. Because I'm guessing there was not a lot of wrestlers who looked like you two when you were growing up watching. And so, just what's that been like watching this kind of explosion of the bloodline on, worldwide television?
I mean, naturally, culturally, we just feel completely attached to that Samoan legacy and that Samoan culture. So we've always, as fans growing up and watching, we've always gravitated to those like Yokozuna, The Rock, which they all happen to be the same family, Rikishi, and of course these days you got Roman Reigns and the Usos and things like that, and seeing them grow as characters has been incredible, and I think that does give us that hope. And now we're here, but we're still bringing our flavour, our culture. So and I think that's why it was very important for Kawa to bring up Henare. Because he's pretty much the beginning, right?
Yeah, he's pretty much the beginning. And there's one person who's training under Henare that's also family that some of you guys don't even know. I'm not going to say his name, but I'll say he flies high and he is a hawk.
Oh, so this is family to you or family to Henare?
No, this is family to me.
Oh.
This is a bloodline.
Yeah.
See the bloodline over in the States. They've got all that cultural heritage that they go by. We've got the same type of thing, just on two different islands.
We like it different.
It sounds like we might be seeing the seeds for another powerful family in professional wrestling, but on this side of the ocean coming up there. I love to see it. So this is a question for Archie. You're obviously very competent on the microphone, but what other tools do you think you bring to this partnership where you can help Kawa be his absolute best in the ring?
Look, I think it's the preparation that we do outside of the ring, which is most important, which is something I believe the rest of our competition, or there isn't any, but the rest of the athletes don't understand, as it's all mental for us. I am a walking mind game. I am a problem, and it is up to you whether you take that seriously or not. But right now, we have a ziplock on Christchurch wrestling, and I am Christchurch wrestling stepfather. So you either hate, but you will respect. That's something that you will do. You will respect whether you get pinned 1, 2, 3 by Kawa Kupa or we jump you after the match. Now, I'm not going to give away any more secrets. I think I answered that pretty well.
I can appreciate that. Mm-hmm. So then there's actually another question for Archie here is the Unified fans, they have some colourful chants for you. I've heard a couple of them here and there. How does it make you feel when you hear those?
Like $1 million, man.
Oh.
I don't know if you seen me last time. I was pretty much in front of you.
Yeah.
I can see in my peripherals. I was dancing to that. Archie sucks, I believe. They like saying Archie sucks. But so does everyone's stepfather. So they might hate, but they will respect. And those Archie sucks chants, they really sound like cheers to me.
So you use that as fuel to kind of to propel yourself forward, kind of thing?
Poke the bear.
Okay.
Find out what happens. Something bad always happens every time they chant that.
Yeah.
Every time they chant, I beg you, chant Archie sucks at the next one. See what happens. Poke the bear.
That would be good for you.
I appreciate that. Okay, so this is a question about the upcoming show on the 24th of May at the Kawa Kupa Frostbite. You are going to be challenging someone who is quite a good friend of mine. Alexander is going to be challenging you for your lightweight championship there.
I'm sorry, that's your little buddy?
No, we're quite good friends.
Good friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think pretty much this interview's done, but we'll say a little something.
I don't realise. Let's just say if I knew this was a friend of Elliot's, I wouldn't have wasted my time here.
Yeah, I wouldn't have seen him smiling.
Man. Okay, Elliot, you want to try and set up an interview for Frostbite, 24th of May? You want to try and do a little podcast to try and make sure that you are going to play mind games with me? No. I am the light heavyweight champion of Unified. And I need to remind you that this is not an amateur wrestling ring. This is going to be a pro wrestling ring that I'm going to display my art on you.
Absolute dominance in the...
So understand. I'm going to say it once. I am not here to play games. I'm here to take names. And Elliot Samuels, you're next, bro. Let's go to you.
Let's roll. Peace, nerd.
Yeah, okay, sorry guys.
Nice try, dude. Nice try.
Well, bring it. I guess. Okay, that was really abrupt. Okay, I apologize, folks. Shit, I didn't realize that was going to happen. Well, hey, you can check Frostbite on the 24th of May, Unified Championship Wrestling. I'll chuck the link in the description. Yeah, okay, I guess that's the interview. Thanks for watching.